Well, the PMQ sequence was the only sequence in the film where we had a speaking CG character. And Tao is responsible for that. The obvious challenge is that it's a character that speaks a totally different language than what the animators were going to animate. So our first thoughts were, how do we do that? And we fell back to original time-tested things in that we recorded the actor performance so that we could actually see the lip sync and hear what he has to say, and then also have the director give us feedback on what exactly he wanted the performance to be from the character. The unique thing too about this character though was that it's a monster that is speaking Chinese. So to the monster, Chinese language is a foreign language to him as well. We had a little bit of leeway as far as the lip sync goes to have it feel a little awkward because it's not his first language. The other challenge that we had is that we knew that they were going to ADR this character, which is usually unusual. ADR meaning they would dub the dialogue after everything was done. So we did have the dialogue and we had a rough track and the actor performing that, but we always knew in the end, our animation, once it was complete, the actor would come back in and dub over and try to match our animation, which is, again, another kind of unique challenge. So that was the biggest challenge, I think, of the PMQ sequence overall. We had two live action references. So on set, there was a stand-in performance actor who looked nothing like Portmaster. He was actually probably half the height of Portmaster. He wore a little shoulder thing with a ping pong ball to represent exactly where his head was. But the director, obviously tells him what the Portmaster does, how he moves, and we mimicked that a little bit. The other reference we had was the actual dialogue performance actor. His was mostly gestures that we took from and his lip sync. And even his gestures were a little bit fast, so we kind of toned them down a bit and figured out how it would work with the Portmaster's shape of his head and his shoulders and everything. So it was a lot of back and forth that we did. And as far as reference from different characters, we pulled a lot of different attitudes from different films, like The Godfather, for instance. We pulled that, and so we utilized all those things and we compacted it all together, and of course used the director to bounce off the ideas from that. We did a lot of tests outside of the actual shot work to see how it would move and how it would act. And I pulled from that and saw what different animators could do and assigned accordingly. Yeah. It was so juicy because you were able to animate a furred character, a cute little tiny character, a huge monster character. I mean, you name it, this film pretty much had it. And a lot of animators animated almost every single character. So they have at least one shot with one of these characters. Ultimately, it's making sure that the animators are on the same page and that they see what the performance needs to be and to have fun with it. You're not going to get pigeonholed into, oh, this person can only do cute characters. Granted, the animator maybe likes doing that, and if they speak up, we will definitely try to accommodate them. Tao is really good at accommodating and making sure that the right people have the right shots, but they also have the opportunity to challenge themselves and work on other characters.